Just a quick recording. Just a quick recording on the Sean Porter versus Broner post weigh-in. Just have a few notes to make in regards to this. My prediction is still the same that Broner will knock out Sean Porter, um, TKO or just knockout. Period. It doesn't look to me like I think Sean Porter had trouble making the weight. If you listen to some of the comments Joel Diaz has made, he said, they've seen Sean Porter struggle to even make the 147. So I think the 144 really put him down. I mean, he don't look the same to me, not even in this picture, but that's just my opinion. Some of the antics that been going on that I like to point out, not shaking their hands. I mean, I don't think that's a big deal because there has been a lot of harsh words said, and it's fight time. I mean, don't shake their hands. Don't shake their hands. I mean, that's just what time it is. I mean, I don't agree with it, but I understand it. I do feel they should continue the hyping of the fight even until the day of the fight in order to sell the fight. That's just the way I see it. And I think it should just be hype. I think after the fight they should go and hug it out and even whatever, go eat in the same bar or whatever. But let's talk about Sean Porter's dad, really. I was listening to one of the YouTube channels I subscribe to, which is Dwyer Boxing. Great channel, probably one of the best channel. And he spoke about Sean Porter's dad, how Sean Porter's dad, Broner crossed the line, and Sean Porter's dad, put him out there with, how why he has to cut his money for, and his child support, and got him back, and he felt that that was, Sean Porter's dad was in the right. Let's be clear for a second. Usually in an argument, you have two kids, right? When you have an adult in the argument, he's usually the one that's restrained. You know, you're an adult, regardless what you may say. This guy's, Adrian Bourne is, is a certain age, close to 30, whatever. Sean Porter he looked at Sean Porter as a role model. That means he must have looked at the dad as a father figure as well. You grew up in the amateurs, you know these coaches, and you respect them, and you have this. They have certain standards to live by. I'm never in agreement when you're the elder in the room or in the conversation or in the argument for you to act like a child. I just disagree with it. A lot of people's like man up. That's not how it goes, especially if you're in the Christian faith. I see the cross on Sean Porter's chest, and I know they talk about Christian faith and they pray before the fight, they pray after the fight. When you're representing that, that's a lot of it puts a lot of pressure on you because you have to be able to withstand it. That's part of bearing the cross. I don't want to give a religious sermon, but regardless if it was religious or not, somebody needs to be grown, and he needs to understand like you can't bring yourself down to that level. You know, Adrian Bruno knows he has to act like a fool in order to sell tickets, and that means crossing the line. Well, he might have crossed the line, but you're a grown man. There's a difference, regardless what anyone may say. So, further on the dad, I don't want to bash the dad, but he's as arrogant as Adrian Broner is from the interviews I've seen. He won't admit he lost to Kell Brook, which he clearly lost. His son was getting tagged all day, got wobbled several times. I could make a clip video and show you every time he looked woozy, like he punched drunk. But I remember an interview where when Sean Porter got a draw of Diaz, I think it was Diaz, but he got a draw, and then he came back and won easily. and they were interviewing Sean Porter. So Porter was like, "Well, I made some mistake I don't want to talk about." The dad came and video bombed him, be like, "Nah, I'll tell you what happened. He was acting dumb. He wasn't following my instructions. He was leaving the house. He thought he was grown, such and such, such and such." And I apologize deeply for not being able. Well, I put the video in the link once I find it, before I post this, because I think it's imperative to, you know, as a boxer, I think Sean Porter is more like a mummy in a sense where if his plan does not work, I do not believe he has a second plan. I think the dad's just he's gonna go in the corner that's gonna yell at him, yell at him. He won't know what to do. He'll be confused. I think the dad trained him not to think for himself, but to just listen to him only. And sometimes that does not work in the ring. What you think you might see outside the water is different from when you get inside the water. So that's just my final thought. If Sean Porter's first plan does not work, he's a dead fish.